Hey, hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is Reflex Image. It's been a while. This is your first time visiting. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon. And if you're ready, go subscribe. Welcome back. So in this today's video, I'm going to be doing a very simple manipulation, but trust me, it's something you need to learn and you need to watch. So the issue most people have when it comes to manipulation is actually retain this put shadows. This put shadow over here. And without this, there is no manipulation. I mean, you're still manipulating old school. So I'll be showing you how to actually retain this very, very fast and easy. And if you can achieve this, you can change background perfectly. You can even change from indoor backdrop to outdoor backdrop very, very easily using these techniques. So unlike my previous technique, this is just going to be a slight different techniques. So that is going to help you do what? Be able to protect your backdrop. So this picture was taken with Canon EOS R, a 50mm prime lens, ISO 100, aperture f2.8, and shutter speed 1/200. So as you can see this picture right now, I'm done with the basic adjustments in camera raw. All I just need to do is to open in Photoshop and wait for it to load up. So the moment you retouch your picture, I don't know, so I don't know how you use to retouch it. You can use your AI to retouch it. Any how you retouch it, just make sure you retouch your picture and flatten the image back to background layer. So the next thing to do is to widen the backdrop by cropping it. So I'll go to my crop tool. As you all know, the size I use is 4:5 into bracket 8:10. So I'm going to drag it up, drag it down, so I'll have enough border room to work with. But I want the background to be very, very wide, and you can see it's very, very narrow the moment you shot it from the camera. So I think I like it this way. So I'll be going to the next page right now where I've actually done what I've retouched my picture and also I've removed my subject from the background. If you want to know how to do that, there are so many videos on my YouTube channel that are going to help you do that. Very, very easy and straightforward. So I don't want to waste much of our time in this video. I just want to show you the simple trick because it's very, very simple. So next thing to do is to come back to this is not a necessary procedure. This is just for me. I've actually removed my subject from the background. So as you can see right now, I have my subject on a separate background. And you can see I've expanded my background over here. So the next thing I need to do is to go back to my background layer again, Control J on it. So then hold down your Control key and click on the marks of the layer one. So it's going to bring back your selection for you. Right selection, go to select, under select, go to modify, then go to expand. So this time around I'll be expanding by 8 pixels. I'll click on the enter key. So I'll go to my rectangle marker tool. I'll make sure it's on addition. So I'll add from the top, add from the right, add from the left, also add from the footer area. What you want to do is want to fill this area up with the initial backdrop color. So I'll right click on it, then I'll go to what? I'll go to fill. Under fill, I'll go to content away. And I'll click on OK. So I'll wait for it to load up for me right now. So it's supposed to give us about 80% or 90% accuracy. Because this is actually a upgraded version of Photoshop. So it does a perfect job compared to the previous versions. So let's see what it's going to give to us right now. And boom, look at what it gave to us right now. So Control D to deselect it right now. So it actually did what? Give us a wider area to work with. So before this might not be necessary, this procedure might not be necessary, but for the video I'm trying to do to you guys now is very, very necessary. So let's go on a 1 minute short break. So see you guys in the next 1 minute. So in case you're interested in getting any of my picture editing file, from my overlays down to my color lookup, which is my lot file, so you just have to scroll down to your video. So under the comment, this is my description. So it's not going to load the description for you. You just have to click on show more, click on it. So it's going to show all the options. Once it does that, just click on my store link. So here's my store link. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to my store. So you can actually select any file you want. From the color lookup, this is a light skin LUTs. This is a feather which I use in my recent video. This is 100 premium baby overlays. This is my first video course. This video course entails on how to download all the files I want. The site I use in downloading all my files free of charge, including my Photoshop panels also. This includes my PNG files. This includes all my packs, all my picture editing files, my premium overlay, my PNG, my flying fabrics, my color lookup, my presets. So once you buy this, you've already bought everything apart from this one. So here is my flying fabrics. Here is my, in case you want to give me any project for me to work on. Here's my color lookup. Here is my background overlay, and here is my presets file. So in case you're interested in buying any one, you can actually go for them. The good news there is that you can actually buy your own currency, any currency of your choice. You can buy with any currency of your choice. Welcome back, guys. So now we're done with the smoothing and everything. All you just need to do right now is to do what is to bring in the background we want to make use of. So I'll go to my file manager. I'll go to where the background is located. So all these background are available for sale in my store, especially my 2025 collection. I'll just go there and make purchase today. And trust me, it's going to help your picture editing skills. It's going to help it a lot. So let's look for the one we'll be making use of right now. I think this is the one we'll be using. So I just need to do a drag it down to my Photoshop. I'll wait for it to load up. I'm going to expand it from both sides. I'll expand it till I see fit. It's actually giving me what I want. So now the picture is actually okay. But if you have to zoom in very well, zoom in very well, you will see the footer shadow is not there. And without the footer shadow, there is no manipulation. Because footer shadow is what gave us a nice manipulation. Before we jump straight to the footer shadow, let's do what? Let's give this background a depth of field. That means let's give it a blurry background a little bit. So the background I just brought in right now, Ctrl G on it. Go to filter, under filter, go to blur, then go to Gaussian blur. So just increase the blur to whatever radius you want. I don't want it to be that much. Think about it is okay. I'll click on my OK. So I'm going to clean it off on the footer area because while blurring the background, you can't blur the footer area with it. So I'll create a mask on it. I'll pick my normal brush, make sure it's on black. I'm going to scroll over the footer area to bring the texture back. So here's the most trickiest part, and it's very, very simple to do this part, and that's what is going to make your manipulation look cool. So click on this background copy where you actually what you smoothen the background, remove your subject from the background there. So Ctrl J on it, then drag it to the uppermost layer of the background you just brought in right now. Then change the blend mode from normal, change it to multiply. So under the multiply right now, Ctrl L on it, then drag from this side, make it very, very dark like this. Now drag from the other side also again to remove the unwanted colors. So still drag from here so that the shadow is going to show very, very well. Click on OK. So you'll be thinking, what are you going to do with all this area? So Ctrl U on it, under the saturation, drag down the saturation, and boom. So if I have to zoom in very well now, you need to see what? There's the shadow there. So let me off this right now, before and after. Can you see that we still have our shadows there? So Ctrl L on it again. So let's brighten up the background because the multiplier has actually affected both the background and everything other thing together. So let's brighten it up. Let's brighten it up. And boom. Now look at the before of our background. Look at the after. Our shadow is there and it's looking very, very nice and hyper realistic. So with this right now, you can change it from your indoor to outdoor picture. You just need to do to color the picture. So I'll click on my uppermost layer, go to adjustment layer, go to color lookup. Click on the 3D loads, and I'll pick my Mela chocolate, reduce the opacity to 40. Go back to the adjustment layer again. This is just my easiest color grading technique. I don't like wasting time in color grading. So pick my perfect skin lots, and boom. Just reduce the opacity a little bit. And boom, we have ourselves a nice manipulated backdrop. Very, very easy and straightforward. You don't have to actually crack your brain around it to preserve shadows. So someone might not even know this is actually not your initial background. And you can try with many backgrounds as possible. I will try another background also. So let me delete this background I just brought in. And let's go for another background right now. Let's see what background we can make use of. Let's see. Let's make use of another background. Can we make use of this? Let's take this down to Photoshop. And let's expand it also. Let's expand it. Let's expand it. Click on OK. So now, is it giving us the hyper realistic vibe or is it not giving us? Now look at the shadow. Shadow is still there. And that's the goal of manipulation. If you are able to preserve shadow, you can actually do any manipulation you want. So I hope this video helps. If it does, don't forget to drop a like. Someone out there might be in need of this. So see you guys in my next video tutorial. Reflex out.